Hello guys, welcome back to another episode on the KaoshKraft server, playing some Minecraft. Now, what we're doing, that was kind of messing up a little bit, is we are down in our skeleton spawner slash bone block maker. Now, I was just standing around here while I was editing a bit of stuff on the side, so I've got a few of these guys to kill. But there is some importance to this, and that is to do with what we are going to be doing today. Now, I'm sure the title probably gives quite a bit away. I forgot to switch this off, so we're probably going to get a few leaking through there. And, man, there's something on this server which, it looks like it groups entities together. So, for instance, you see how I didn't have a whole bunch of experience just come together? Like those sorts of entities, like item entities and things along of that nature. Like, I don't know, there's probably some different class thing for items and orbs of experience and stuff, but they all kind of come a little bit differently. Now this seems to be working well. I haven't had any trouble with it clogging up yet, but I think it is still possible for it to clog up, so we might one day just add a little bit of a thing in. What I want to show you is, have a look here. Okay, these are, I was going to say, well, this should be filling up, but in fact they won't be because I've switched these off. But what I did realize is that this over here needs both of these. So basically, the way this works is we've got like that hopper that runs down and runs to the side, then that one runs down into that one that runs to the side. But what's happening is we're powering this one here, and when this is powered to stop items from coming through, this one here is powered as well. So what we have to do to make sure that everything can go through if we want to leak both of these, is we currently have to leak them together. Now, all I need to do to fix this is I need to get one more, or two more hoppers, which I don't think we've got around here, and I'll show you one day when we do fix that what the trouble was. But basically, if you guys have used anything I made there, there's just one little flaw there, which isn't too bad. The next thing is, which I wanted to do, which is this chest over here has started filling up with arrows. So we got a ridiculous amount of arrows, like a stupid amount. Like 3 full double chests full of arrows is plenty for me. But this over here, you can see we've got a few in there, and I wanted just to test whether or not this works. So we'll switch this on. We should start seeing these go down. Remember, this is a trap chest, so as soon as we go back, you can hear them, but whenever we open it, it stops. So there we go. It does seem to be working. We'll kill the rest of these guys, let them take their damage. Now, what we are doing today is actually, as I say, it doesn't really have anything to do with what we are doing here, but there is some relevance, as I said, and that relevance is the fact that what we are building is we are going to be starting our shop in the community spawn area that we've got going on, which is a pretty cool area, and I think this shop will hopefully be pretty cool. So I've actually just closed this area up recently, and that's just because the only way in and out is through our redstone mess here, and I don't want people necessarily coming through here because I hope that nothing breaks, because I won't be able to get into the zone that I was in. I would have to rewire everything. Hopefully, we'll get a proper path coming on here, but hopefully, after today, people won't have to be coming here, because my plan is, we're going to be selling, like, remember originally I wanted to do potions, but turns out potions was a bit much for me to really make a thing, that I don't think it will really take too much, but we can do that in the future when people start wanting it. Sit. It's not my dog. Okay, we just got, oh, this is my dog. Cool, you stay there. Yeah, so what I was saying is, we want to get this working for us. I've brought over a few things already. There's nothing actually we need over there. I've brought a few things over to our shop area, and we're going to be freestyling the shop build. I haven't got much of a plan for it, but what I have thought about it is I want this shop, which actually I think I've just distracted myself a few times, and I'm distracting myself again here. But what I was going to say is what we are making this shop. This shop is going to be a shop that procures some very hard to get, or some, maybe not hard to get, but a bit more out of your way blocks. For instance, bone blocks. I mean, they're not very easy to get in the game, but easy enough for me because of what I've done with the skeleton spawner. And I would imagine that a lot of people will want to be building with bone blocks. And on this server, I don't know if you realize, but people like to build stuff. People like to do a lot of interior stuff, and maybe not as much building as what I like to do with, like, big builds. People tend to focus on the smaller things, but I tend to do, like, the largest stuff, the big, like, the exterior things, like that one there, my giant tower, which we won't see right now. I enjoy that sort of thing. I'm not much of an intricate, like, interior type builder, which a lot of these people are, and I really wish I could do a lot of the stuff that they could do, but I tend to, as I say, focus on this stuff. So I'm going to be selling stuff that I would probably use. I'm still interested in what this shop is going to be. We've got some bone blocks, you see what I mean? Some bone blocks. Looks kind of strange. But yeah, what we'll do is we'll go over to this, and as I said, we changed this over to just say Jansey last episode, and what we're going to start doing is laying out a bit of stuff, and if you guys have got any plans or any ideas of what we could do, what we could be selling in the shop, some of the more rare items that we would potentially put in here, let me know. I'd be very, very interested. Now, let's just kind of think what represents something cool that we would like. And what I was thinking with this was somewhat of a different sort of shop. I still want it to tie in because we've got a very medieval theme going on here, and I don't want to break it. A few builds have sort of gone a bit away from that, but I feel like we should probably do our best to keep it. And aside from that, I mean, you can't expect anything but medieval from me. That's my favorite building style. Now, what I was thinking is we could potentially do another tower, but I was like, a tower, it's not as accessible. You want people to come in, have a look at what you got, and then head on out. Now, the next thing that came into my head was maybe doing something a little bit like a mini tower sort of thing, where we could have a bit of stuff here, go up a level, and then have another thing, which will probably be off to the side. But then I'm kind of thinking, how would I be able to build that? So that's where I'm stuck right now, and I probably need, I'll probably go away and sort of think about what I want. But what I definitely do want to do is I don't want this to be square. That's one thing, and in fact we can get rid of this while we talk. I don't have any shears on me. I shouldn't. I was gonna say I did click that. I will head back there and find some shears. But what I'm thinking, I'll tell you what I've got in my head for some blocks, which I think people will need, people will sell, people will buy. We don't have any shears in there. Okay. Yeah, what people will buy, and I think what people will probably want would be, as I say, bone blocks. I think that's something people will come across and think, wait, Jansey's got a store, we'll go grab some bone blocks from him. That will be one thing that I'm going to put in here. Another thing which I thought about, which is something that I tend to, whenever I need it, I wish I had them, but I never have all the materials required. So these blocks, as I say, they're not going to be necessarily things you have to go out and get, but I'm going to be doing that as well. But things that are a little bit tougher to get, for instance, bookshelves. That's another thing I want to sell. I always find I need bookshelves, but I never have the books to make the bookshelves. So if we could sell bookshelves, we could sell a bit of the bone blocks. I've also got the idea of maybe going out and finding ourselves a guardian temple, ocean monument, sorry. That will be pretty cool to have, and I think it's something that will be a bunch of fun if we can get a bunch of, we can get a bit of a spawner going on there, because I've never actually automated one of those things, and I think that will be a great thing to get done, a good accomplishment for us. So we'll have to check that out at some stage. And another few blocks which I thought, so obviously that's the prismarine and sea lanterns and stuff like that. Obviously glowstone will be another one, a bit of a tough block to get. And if you guys have got any ideas, please let me know. I'm sure there's a bunch of blocks which I think that I'll look over, which people will probably want. So you guys will know better than me. Let me know. Quartz. There we go. Quartz. That will be one. But I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe we'll see how that goes. So the ideas. Has anything flowed into my brain? Not exactly. But I want to... Tell you what. I'm going to I'm going to go for lunch. I'm going to think about this. And I'll be back. Well, lunch was good, and I am back with some ideas. I've got quite a few ideas, actually. Way too many, probably. But what I decided to do is I kind of came here and I was like, just trying out this little stair design that I thought up. And I thought it actually worked quite well. So what we're going to do is we're going to have this little stairway in the back corner here. And over this way here, we actually don't need these blocks here, but they're just blocks there in place. So we can actually change them up at a later stage, because they're not very important. If you have a look, this is actually a too wide wall, so we can change them up later. We're currently just doing that just so we can get the build in place, and then when we do have a block type that we want in there, we can pop it in. So we'll do that, and we'll just finish off this wall over here. Now, obviously, because we've done this, we're going to have to make this a 2-story build. Of course. I mean, why wouldn't we not? Why would we not? That's exactly what we're going to have to do now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just lay out a few things. I like the idea of having this like it is right now, where we've got this corner piece sticking out a bit. And then my plan is, because I want this to be a little bit irregular. I don't want this to be all symmetrical. And we'll see how we can get it to fit in. So the plan is, we'll probably actually leave that like that. That will probably be a good idea. We'll just do that there for now. See how this goes? So if we did that there, I think we would probably want another one of these blocks in here. So that might not be the place we're going to put it. We might put one of those blocks in over there and then do this here. Like, space is not, like, it's not an issue. We don't need space in the store necessarily. And overall, this design I'm going for is something a bit odd for me. Normally I've got some sort of a direction of where I'm going, but today, really none. And I'm actually kind of excited for it because it's something different to me. And you know what? There we go. We found a problem. That this over here was planned on being a thing by me, obviously, when I was busy building this. So we'll do that. Man. There's still something I can't get used to with these, like, dual wielding. And, like, it's just so annoying, is when you pillar up with them, they always do that. It's really annoying. So we'll do that there. And then we can put these in around here. So we'll do that. And by the way, this is something which I would recommend. Just lift your builds up off the ground. So you see how realistically we're going to walk up into here. Now that just gives it a much better feel than just walking up over here. Now all of these blocks in here, these bottom blocks, they're going to get changed because we don't want our build to be on the ground. We want our build to be slightly up and in the air. So that's what's going to be happening there. Now, one plan that I have for this is, as we walk in, I want this to be a corner entrance perhaps. So we'll walk in over here. We'll see a bunch of stuff around there. Walk upstairs. And now upstairs, I want this to kind of be... I still want you to view this area here. And how did that get over there? Yeah, I want you to view this area over here still. So that is part of the idea with this build. We want to make sure we do still incorporate that. And I just want to check where this comes up. Hopefully this doesn't... It will intersect with that. Let's just double check how that looks. I can live with that. Good. And let's just do this. And we'll probably... Should we keep this a corner? I'm also going to have to bear in mind, like... We have to keep in mind how we do this roof. So perhaps what we can do is we can do in a bit of a... Maybe do a square design for now. And then we'll chisel it away a bit. So we'll do that there. How many wide is this? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll pretend that's 10 there. We actually want that to be an odd number, so we'll take 1 away from there. We'll go 1 more out. In fact, 9 is probably a better number than 11, so we'll keep it at 9. And then across here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that should be 9 and 9. Inside, of course. Actually, is it inside? Ooh. 3 there. No, it's not. Okay, maybe 9 by 7. So if we do that there, that should be 9 by 7, which is a rectangle, and I'm actually probably better off with a rectangle than a square in any case. So that is the basic layout of it. Now, the next stage, I'm thinking, I want to probably put in a bit of a window here, just to make this a little bit lively. So we'll cut out this corner here. We'll place in some of these just as like a marker to be a window spot. Then we can go up with this here, and we can go up with that there. And we'll probably end up like dipping the roof over a little bit. So that's the window there. And I'm probably going to go for not exactly like that, but something similar to that sort of design of a roof. Now, the side entrance here, let's quickly work this area out. We'll use some of these. We want to step up onto here, and we'll have a doorway. We won't even have a door. I think we'll just have a doorway. We want to make it inviting. We want people to just walk in and spend their hard-earned cash. So we do that there. One of those there. And in fact, I was a bit silly. I shouldn't have got rid of those blocks necessarily, but that's all right. We'll do that, and we'll have stairs coming up here with... Ooh, let's just think about this now. Got that there, and an even number. How does that look? Would that work? Walking in there? In fact, maybe we can have a door. Maybe we'll put a door in here, just on the one side. We'll get rid of our sign as well now. So we'll put a door in here. So as you walk up, you'll walk in there, walk into the door. We'll have our items placed around there, have our stuff at the top. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in this a little bit. Alright, so I've made a bit of progress. It's been a very short while, but that's what we're looking at. A very basic layout of this building. Now, you can see I've tried a bit of that window. Tell me what you think, actually, what we could do to improve this window, because that was just something I came up with on the fly. I'm not too upset with the way it is, like, as a base, but we have to work out how we're going to make that look a bit nicer. Over here, we've got the planning. I've done a bit more planning. So we'll have this area here where we can walk up here. We'll have some blocks over there, maybe some on the walls here. So it'll be quite a crampy sort of space, but I think it'll still be free enough for us to move around and work still. You know what I mean? I think it'll be fine. So we'll do this quickly. Okay, never mind. We're not going up there. And now what I want to do to finish off this little bit of the thing, we're going to work out how we're going to do these walls. So I want this wall to be maybe one more block up, and then we're going to get the roof. Oh, sorry, the roof, not the roof, not the walls. We're going to need a few of these. And I want to quickly just show you out here. Look at this. So if we go back here, in about there. I don't really like the fact that this is all white, so I'm probably going to change this exterior block. And remember what I said about 5 minutes ago, when I said that the one block, being the bone block inside, we can always change it. We might even just keep that the bone block and change the outside to something else. As I say, whatever. And in fact, actually, let me just check this out. Is that open? Oh, I see potential for a third level, so a lower level to this store. I don't know about you guys, but if we need one, the space is definitely there. I've also gone ahead and filled in I got rid of that cobblestone that was marking out the area. Now let's head up here before we get too distracted. And I want to go onto this, fill in this bit, and then we're going to do one more level around the roof. And then start planning our roof, which I realize we don't have our blocks on us. The idea of this is I'm going to go probably for a, as I said, similar lighter kind of color. Or actually, on the roof. Do we want to go with that color, or do I want to do a spruce, which is kind of like, oh, Biggs has got it on his house there. But yeah, like a spruce. I'm not actually too sure. I was originally thinking spruce. However, as I said, I wanted to keep a little bit true to the KaoshKraft spawn and do something a bit more in those colors. So maybe we can do that, although we are using bone, and I find that the contrast of the spruce with bone works just so well. So maybe we'll have a look into that. Let's just finish this little bit up here, and then we'll have a look into it. There. Oh, man. We always get that little, because we're on the server, we always get that little bit of a catch-up where it almost knocks you off of the blocks. I'm still waiting for the day it really knocks us off, and this tree will have to probably move at some stage. But that's alright. No rush right now for you, tree. You're good. There, and almost done. Perfect. With, what is that? 6 blocks. Oh, look at that. 6 blocks, and we have 5. Of course, that's the way it works. Good. Now, this piece up here is probably where I'm going to start. So, we're going to make this tower shoot off a little bit higher. Probably, we'll go 1/2 a story higher. So, that'll have to be about 4 blocks we'll do. Because I think we've done 5 blocks to a story. And I know 3 blocks is half-ish. But I feel like 3 won't really work too well with the roof. So that'll work. It'll be just less than a story. And we'll see how that goes. If we need to bring it down, we can bring it down. But I think if anything, we'll probably need to bring it up if we did have anything. So we might as well go on the upper side. There we go. And in here, now let's quickly get into this roof. We'll use these blocks because, as I said, I want to keep true to what the shape of the stuff was. And this is one thing I've done recently in my single-player survival world, which I'm pretty sure most of you guys probably watch me for. And if you guys don't, that's where we do a lot of our building, and you guys can see some cool things. I'm sure I do some stuff that's cool on there. But I'm pretty sure that's where most of you guys end up watching. So let's get a few of these. There, we'll do a few of those. We'll go back up there. Now I'm going to have to pillar up. So we'll pillar up around here. And this roof over here is going to be, this will be the tougher one of all of them. But I think once we've got it right, it'll be very right. You know what I mean? It will look pretty damn good. So we'll put these in as we go because I like to have these in. There. And do 2 more up like that. 2 more up like that. And there. And there. Alright, so we'll do that to a few sides. We'll do 1, 2. Yep, good. I thought I'd maybe put them on the front. Good, 1, 2, like that. There. Very simple roof. And hopefully it turns out alright. So we'll do that. There. And I think after we do 1 more, we'll just do 1 more on this side, which is actually going to be a bit of imagination involved in that, which I'll show you what I mean with that. So we're going to go out here now. We'll do the same thing as what we've done before. Where the imagination comes in is when we pretend that we actually built this tower as a circle around here, which we will end up doing a bit of, but not too much. So we do that there, there, fill in these blocks. Ooh, actually, that's not meant to be like that, is it? That's meant to be there. That there. Okay, cool. We've got it. We've got this. Do that there. There. And wonderful. Now that's actually probably enough for us to see. We'll just finish off this where I haven't finished off with these. Like that. There and... Ooh, okay, we're not out. Good. There and... Just take a step back. I feel like it will work to some extent. What I think we might have to do... Yeah, what we might have to do is drop each of these down. I'll show you what I'm thinking of here. Let me just... I'll just pillar up again. What I'm thinking we'll do, which will make it look a little bit, because it looks a little bit square, and I don't like square too much, but I do play Minecraft, so you figure, go figure, what's going on there. But yeah, I don't like the squareness. I feel like that's almost actually, last time I said that, actually, when I last said that in a video, I got a comment saying, oh, you play Minecraft, but you hate it being square. I'm like, yeah, I understand that it's all about squares. I mean, excuse me, I've been doing this for quite some time now. But overall, I like to get rid of it. That's the challenge. That's what you got to try and make your biggest challenge in this game is when you build, at least. Try and avoid square. Like unless it's part of the build. I think that's something that will probably benefit you to some extent. No, we don't want that there. We want that there. We'll just pull these pillars down with us as we go. So I think this will be the change that we needed there. So we'll go down that way. And there. Good. Now I hope this does work. Let's check. Yeah, that's a little bit better. And then the next thing we can do is down there, do the same thing underneath. So we'll go up again, just with a few of these. And now this is where we have to choose whether or not we are going to be using oakwood stairs or slabs. So we'll do stairs on this one. And because we're over here, we may as well do a slab on that one. See how that looks. So, of course, we didn't use that. And by the way, actually, fun fact, I just made that an efficiency 5. I went and enchanted some stuff, and I got that at the beginning of the episode. Well, actually, just when I went for lunch. That time. That's when I did it. Okay, definitely, we're going with the stair. So, that's a simple, easy win for us there. And I'm pretty sure that this will actually turn out quite alright. It's a bit of a different build for us, but I think it will hopefully come out alright. There we go. Done. So for today, guys, we've actually gone, holy hell, we've actually gone for a longer episode than I was planning, but I'm happy with it because we've worked this out together. It's something very different. The next episode, we'll probably change this stuff up, get the roof on, and then we'll see what we can do about getting stocked up in this shop. But for today, guys, let me know what you think we should be putting in the shop. Let me know what you think about the build. It's a bit different, and I would really like to hear your thoughts on Pretty much all of that. So, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!